What is the first thing to do in Minecraft?
The first thing is to punch trees to collect wood for tools.
How can players make tools?
Players craft tools using wood, stone, iron, or diamonds on a crafting table.
Why do players build a shelter?
They build a shelter to stay safe from zombies, skeletons, and other mobs at night.
How do players craft a crafting table?
They place 4 wooden planks in the inventory crafting grid.
What can be made with sticks?
Sticks can make tools, weapons, ladders, and torches.
How do players make a pickaxe?
They use 2 sticks and 3 blocks of wood, stone, or iron.
What is the main goal in survival mode?
The main goal is to gather resources, survive, and explore.
How can players collect stone?
They mine stone blocks using a wooden pickaxe or better.
Why is food important in Minecraft?
Food restores health and hunger, keeping players alive longer.
How can players get food?
They can kill animals, grow crops, or go fishing.
What happens when hunger reaches 0?
The player begins losing health until they die.
How do players cook food?
They cook it in a furnace using coal or wood as fuel.
How can players make a furnace?
They use 8 cobblestones in a crafting table.
What is coal used for?
Coal is used to make torches and cook food or smelt ores.
How do players make torches?
They place coal above a stick in the crafting grid.
Why are torches useful?
Torches light dark areas and stop mobs from spawning.
How can players find iron?
Iron is found underground in caves and mined with a stone pickaxe.
What is iron used for?
Iron makes strong tools, armor, and useful items like buckets.
How can players make armor?
They craft armor with iron ingots, leather, gold, or diamonds.
How do players make a sword?
They use 2 material blocks and 1 stick on a crafting table.
What does a sword do?
A sword helps players fight off monsters and animals faster.
How can players mine diamonds?
They dig deep underground, usually below level 16, using an iron pickaxe.
What can diamonds make?
Diamonds make durable tools, armor, and an enchantment table.
How do players make an enchantment table?
They use 2 diamonds, 1 book, and 4 obsidian blocks.
How can players get obsidian?
They pour water over lava and mine it with a diamond pickaxe.
What does enchanting do?
Enchanting gives tools and armor special powers.
How do players gain experience points?
They gain experience by mining, killing mobs, or smelting items.
How can players use experience points?
They use them to enchant weapons and repair tools on an anvil.
How do players make an anvil?
They craft it with 3 iron blocks and 4 iron ingots.
How do players repair tools?
They use an anvil to combine or repair damaged tools.
How do players set a spawn point?
They sleep in a bed to set a new spawn location.
How can players make a bed?
They use 3 wool blocks and 3 wooden planks.
How do players survive the first night?
They build a small house, make a bed, and stay inside until sunrise.
How can players find animals easily?
They explore plains or forest biomes during the daytime.
What are mobs in Minecraft?
Mobs are living creatures like animals, monsters, and villagers.
How can players protect their base?
They light the area with torches and build walls or fences.
What happens when a player dies?
They drop their items and respawn at the last spawn point.
How can players avoid losing items?
They store items safely in chests before dangerous tasks.
How can players make a chest?
They use 8 wooden planks in a square pattern on the crafting table.
How do players find caves?
They explore the ground or look for natural cave openings.
How do players avoid lava?
They dig carefully and carry a water bucket for safety.
How can players explore safely?
They carry torches, food, and weapons.
How can players make glass?
They smelt sand in a furnace to create glass blocks.
Why is glass used in houses?
Glass is used for windows to see outside safely.
How can players decorate their homes?
They use colorful blocks, carpets, paintings, and furniture designs.
How do players make dyes?
They craft dyes from flowers, plants, or ink sacs.
How can players tame a dog?
They feed bones to a wolf until hearts appear.
How can players tame a cat?
They feed raw fish to a stray cat until it loves them.
Why do players use boats?
Boats help them travel faster across water.
How do players make a boat?
They craft 5 wooden planks in a U shape on the table.
What are biomes in Minecraft?
Biomes are regions like deserts, jungles, and forests with unique features.
How can players find villages?
They explore plains, deserts, or savannas to locate them.
What can players do in villages?
They trade with villagers and use their resources.
How can players trade in Minecraft?
They right-click a villager and exchange items for emeralds or goods.
How can players get emeralds?
They trade or mine them from emerald ore in mountain biomes.
How can players make potions?
They brew them using a brewing stand and various ingredients.
How do players get a brewing stand?
They craft it from blaze rods and cobblestones.
How do players get blaze rods?
They defeat blazes in the Nether Fortress.
What is the Nether?
The Nether is a dangerous dimension filled with lava, fire, and hostile mobs.
How can players go to the Nether?
They build a portal using obsidian and light it with flint and steel.
How do players make flint and steel?
They combine 1 flint and 1 iron ingot.
What is the end dimension?
The end is where players fight the Ender Dragon.
How can players reach the end?
They find a stronghold and activate the end portal.
How can players find a stronghold?
They throw Eyes of Ender to locate one underground.
How do players make an Eye of Ender?
They combine blaze powder and ender pearls.
How can players defeat the Ender Dragon?
They destroy end crystals and attack the dragon with bows and swords.
What happens after defeating the Ender Dragon?
A portal appears that leads players back to the overworld.